hear me. I have watched you through long nights when the room was quiet but your heart was loud. I have counted your tears like jewels and carried your weary prayers when your tongue could no longer shape the words. I have seen you show up when strength was scarce, forgive when it felt unfair, and keep walking when the road narrowed until it seemed there was barely room to breathe. Nothing has been wasted. Not 1 hour. Not one ache. Not one hidden act of obedience. I have seen the fight. I honor the fight. And I now declare the fight is finished. You have walked valleys that tried to rename you. You have weathered storms that said they would never pass. You have stood in hallways between doors, holding promises that felt heavier with every month of waiting. You wondered if you misheard me. You wondered if hope itself was a test you were failing. I was there, closer than your breath, guiding you through a curriculum of trust, strengthening muscle beneath the surface, shaping your footsteps for a future you could not yet hold. Beloved soul, if this touched your heart, treasure it deeply. Let your faith be seen. Respond with love and press that like button. Listen to me now with your whole heart. Today is the appointed time. The trumpet has sounded in the courts of heaven. The decree hath been written and sealed. Your victory is today. The long battle has ended. The promise has arrived. The clock of waiting has struck fulfillment, and grace has opened the door that effort could not. This is not wishful thinking. This is a royal proclamation. I am your king and your father, and I am speaking with authority and affection. Where the war once raged, there is now a table set before you. Where confusion once tangled your thoughts, clarity is rising like the sun. Where heaviness settled on your shoulders, I lay a mantle of joy and strength. The season has changed. The atmosphere has shifted. The war is over. You have not come to this moment by accident. Unseen prayers brought you here. Quiet sacrifices paved this path. The resilience you thought went unnoticed became incense in my presence. When you chose integrity over applause, when you chose mercy over retaliation, when you chose perseverance over comfort, those choices aligned heaven's timing with your steps. You planted in tears. You will reap in psalms. The fields are ready, beloved. The harvest is not afar off. It is here. There is a difference between waiting and receiving. Waiting is what you did while the seed germinated beneath the soil. Receiving is what you do when the stalk breaks the ground. Waiting asks when. Receiving says now. Waiting holds the door. Receiving walks through it. Today you move from posture to possession, from promise heard to promise held. You feel the shift. Faith is no longer only expectation, it is engagement. Stretch out your hands. Open your mouth in gratitude. Step forward. Receive. No enemy can steal this. No lie can dilute it. No obstacle can reverse what I have sealed. The accusations that circled your name dissolved before my verdict of favor. The fear that haunted your sleep bows to my perfect love. The whisper that said, "It will never happen," is silenced under my voice announcing, "It is done." I have rebuked the devourer. I have cut off the cycle. I have placed a hedge around what I am restoring to you. Your victory is not fragile. It is fortified. Dearest one, I invite you to stand with me in carrying light and truth into many hearts. By supporting through Buy Me a Coffee, you help this work reach further. Every offering is treasured, and your love is seen. Do you remember what was lost? Peace that slipped away between crises. Time devoured by detours. Laughter that grew quiet. Opportunities that seemed to die on the vine. I am the God who restores, and I restore not in parts, but in patterns of abundance. I return joy with depth. I return time with acceleration. I return favor with fruitfulness that outlives the years that were consumed. I restore relationships by truth and tenderness. I restore your name by goodness and grace. I restore your inner world, mind, will, and emotions until hope feels like home again. Where you were delayed, you will now be delivered. Where the way was blocked, I open a path no man can shut. Where your strength failed, my strength completes. I am placing keys in your hand, keys of access, of timing, of wisdom. I am releasing answers that will make difficult things simple. I am aligning people to meet you at intersections of destiny. The help you needed, the guidance you prayed for, the provision you lacked, watch as I command them to find you. This is a holy announcement, but it is also a gentle invitation. Lift your head, uncurl your shoulders. The posture of the persecuted is no longer your mantle. The posture of the victorious is, walk with steady steps, not because you must prove you are strong, but because you know you are carried. Shame has no seat at this table. Regret has no vote in this council. I have removed your ashes and clothed you in celebration. I call you blessed, established, kept, and sent. Let me tell you what this victory means. It means rest, not merely a pause from struggle, but the deep rest of being held. Your nervous system can unclench now. Your spirit can breathe. My rest is not inactivity. It is security while you move. It means healing, old wounds closing, scar tissue softening, stories gaining redemption. I touch memories with mercy until the sting is replaced by strength. Where you braced for the next blow, you will now expect good